Hello everyone, Noman of Consequence here, back with another video covering old school Dungeons & Dragons news. Over the past several weeks, I've watched a few videos focusing on the topic of being an older person who still games. Here are the thumbnails, so you can look them up if you want to view them for yourself. Now, admittedly, these videos are talking primarily about video games. However, I think the lessons they contain can be equally applied to tabletop role-playing games. First, here's an article which appeared last month, from which I cut out the fluff and left just the important details. The average age of gamers has risen to 37 in the U.S., reveals new study. A report has revealed the average age of gamers is on the rise, with half of all players in the U.S. being aged 35 or above. While video games are often perceived as a pastime for young kids and teenagers, reports have shown the median average audience skews much older. This has been proven yet again by the ESA's 2026 Essentials Facts About the U.S. Video Game Industry report, which surveyed 13,545 U.S. respondents in February. According to the report, the average age of U.S. gamers is 37, which is up slightly from 36 in 2025. Additionally, it found half of all players are aged 35 or older. The biggest gaming demographics were 18 to 34 and 50 plus, which are both at 29%. Now, if you want to learn more but don't want to look up the article, Clownfish recently did a video about it. Here is a brief clip.
These studios, these companies have vastly misjudged the age of their audience, and it comes at a great cost to them because the older audiences have disposable income.
And later they said this.
So if you're playing games at 47 years old, don't feel bad. You're actually right in the sweet spot there. We're going to have gamers. We already have grandmas streaming video games.
And I love every minute. I think that's great. I think that's the best thing ever.
And in another Clownfish video on the same topic, Neon said this.
You know, here's the thing. Your old man audience that a lot of these companies are trying to get rid of, they have more disposable money. They have jobs. Right? Most of them. Hopefully they have jobs. They have more money. And I don't think these companies should try so hard to get away from that audience or be ashamed of that audience.
And he also said this.
But if you've got your middle-aged men willing to throw down some cash for some Star Wars merch, you better give them what they want.
Now, in that clip, he says Star Wars merch, but in the context of the entire video, he's talking about gamers and pop culture in general. All of which ties into something I said in a video I released last March. Here is the thumbnail, and I'll put a link in the description. But in that video, I outlined the gaming career of a hypothetical grognard, and for the current year, I said this. The grognard is now in their mid-50s. Their children are grown, which means more free time for hobbies like gaming. They're well established in life and career, which means more disposable income. They're beginning to think about retirement, which will equal even more free time for hobbies like gaming. And based on the average U.S. life expectancy, our hypothetical grognard could still have a couple of decades of gaming left in them. And that leads directly back to the numbers cited in this article, where it says that gamers who are 50 plus are tied for the single biggest demographic. For an example, just look at me. Obviously, from my channel, you know that I am an old school grognard, and I do not even play 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons. And yet, within the past year, I've purchased these WotC D&D or licensed D&D products. I also purchased the digital Roll20 version of the Heroes of the Borderlands starter set. And again, I don't even play 5th edition. And yet, here are all the modern D&D products I've spent money on just within the past 10 months or so. So no, you don't have to apologize for being an older gamer. On the contrary, you should continue to be vocal about what you want to see. because we as a demographic do have a lot of purchasing power. And the sooner these gaming companies figure that out, the better it will be for everyone. All right, well, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. If you can, leave a comment and let me know what you think. If you have not yet, please consider subscribing. And anything you do to help support the channel, I appreciate it. Thanks again. Bye for now.